Welcome to Freedom to Flourish with Lotus Wing on the Entrepreneur Freedom Network. Today's episode is presented by Deep Connection, our EFN brand dedicated to meaningful relationships. I'm thrilled to introduce Dr. Wendy Lyon, a psychologist and relationship coach who helps singles and couples discover lasting love through conscious dating.
Thank you so much, Lotus. It's such a pleasure to be here with you. I'm delighted to be involved in your amazing program. Thank you.
Wonderful. Now let's start with your journey, Dr. Wendy. Can you share a bit about your background and what inspired you to become a relationship coach?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Lotus. So long ago, I was a doctoral student and then became a psychology professor. And during that whole time, I was studying relationships. I was interested in learning about how people balance work and family. And of course, all along, I wanted to have my own fulfilling relationship. I wanted to have that balance of work and family. I wanted to have a happy marriage and family. And unfortunately, I look back and realize what I was doing was practicing unconscious dating, which is what we all do. It's what we all do. It's what we do when we find somebody who's attractive, and then we try to make it work. So I was quite determined when I was younger, and I have to say I spent nearly 2 decades with not just one, but a couple of different guys trying to make it work. So looking back, I realized, well, they were not ideal matches for me. There was wavering about commitment. We didn't necessarily have the same goals, the same vision, but I was still trying to make it work. So that's the mistake. And I studied relationship coaching and personal growth and got lots of training and credentials and all that. And I learned that with the right partner, you need to be aligned. You need to be sharing those goals. You need to have a shared vision, shared values. And I figured it out finally. I've now been happily married for almost 20 years, and we're raising our teenage son. So my mission is to help you, give you a shortcut. So you don't have to go through the trial and error. You can have that life you love with the love of your life. And I want to help you get there much quicker. So that's what I'm doing.
That's inspiring. I'm really now curious that how would you define conscious dating? And why is it so vital for singles today?
Yes, it's so important. So most people are still doing unconscious dating. We're still meeting somebody and trying to make it work with the somebody. So I want you to learn how to be conscious. First, to clarify what it is that you truly need and want in the relationship. And then you meet somebody who's a match for you. So if you're conscious and deliberate, if you have a clear path, then it's so much easier to create that life that you love and to have the love that you want, and you don't have to settle. So many of us will settle for whoever shows up. You can avoid all the heartache, the divorces, the financial upsets, the family upsets, all those things that happen when we make poor choices. So
it sounds like, it's all about an intention, being aware of what it is that we intend to have, right? And that shift the whole entire dating experience. So speaking of which, there are so many myths around dating. What are some common misconceptions you encounter that you'd like to clarify?
Yeah, there's many. So we all have the Disney model, the fairy tales, the romantic comedies. We think, oh, I should meet somebody when I'm not looking, when I least expect it. I just bump into them, a stranger in the night, and our eyes will meet and we'll fall in love. And it doesn't work. So don't just passively wait for your prince to show up for you. You want to be conscious and deliberate. So that's one that's so important to not just believe the fairy tale version, but be more conscious and deliberate. And the other one, people think, oh, all you need is love. Well, if you have love, everything's fine. Unfortunately, you need more than love. So it's not enough. And sometimes it's not even love. Sometimes it's just attraction and sparks. So that's nice. Yes, you need the love, you need some attraction, but you need more than that. So you need to meet each other's essential requirements. So you need to know, what are those things? That's so important. So people are wandering around, bumping into somebody, thinking maybe you're my person. But no, you want to be, conscious and deliberate, and you need more than just that attraction, or even more than love.
Yes. Wow. That's such an eye-opening, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I know that you have a fantastic workshop called Fall in Love, How to Find Lasting Love. Could you tell us more about the key elements of this workshop and what attendees can expect to learn?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking. Yes. So twice a year, I offer a special event, and now it's the fall season. So it's time for falling in love. And this is such a great opportunity to learn how to find lasting love. So it's a comprehensive 2-hour live workshop. We're going to do it on Zoom. And we'll explore the challenges that hold you back from love. And you'll learn effective ways to move forward, to create the life that you want, to create the loving relationship that you want. And we get into some depth. You'll learn about showing up as your most radiant, glowing self, like Lotus does every day. She knows how to do it.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, thank you for your kind words. Yeah.
I know you, we're friends. So you'll be examining limiting beliefs that hold you back. You'll learn how to turn off that critical voice in your head. It says you're not good enough, all that stuff. Love's not going to happen for you. No. We're going to switch that off. We'll do a lot of things, and we're going to go through a lot of things. You'll get a mini course that is a preview for my 3-month program that goes really in depth. It's a conscious dating group program. It's called The Path to Lasting Love. So, but for those who tune in for the 2-hour workshop, you're going to get some conscious dating strategies, some online profile tips. You'll learn the 3 secrets to finding lasting love, and quite a few more things. So it's really a good idea to join us. It's free.
Wow, it sounds like a transformative experience. As you mentioned about, the thing that people struggle with, like fears, and you talk about limiting beliefs and doubts in dating. Can you just kind of like how do they start to overcome these barriers to prepare for conscious dating? Can you give us some advices?
Yeah. So the first thing is to identify what is it that's in the way. Sometimes we don't even know because it's unconscious. So we want to bring it up into consciousness. And sometimes that takes some help with a therapist, a coach, somebody to help you to identify what is it. And I'll give you some hints. I'll tell you some of the popular things that show up. Some version of I'm not good enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not successful enough. I'm not blah, blah, something enough. So if you're holding on to that, notice it. And then on your own or with support, coach, therapist, whoever you want to work with, you want to start questioning these limiting beliefs. Is this really true? And it's not. I can tell you now, it's not true. It's not true, but we think it's true. So I have a whole bunch of methods to help you. I like to do guided visualizations, different things to really help you get that support to release those old fears. So they're gone. They're out of you, out of your mind, out of your body. And it's transformational when that happens, because then you have space for something new and you get to be the chooser. You get to choose a new empowering, supportive belief that's going to help you really realize that, yes, you are lovable just the way you are. So of course, I invite you to, join the workshop, join the 3-month course. Like you can have a free consult with me. Maybe we want to work one-on-one. Lots of options. There's other people who can support you with this. But if you've got those fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs, get some help. You don't have to stay stuck with them.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. We all need your advice on that then. We all have limiting beliefs and doubts and fear and all of those things. It just sounds like a very great workshop. And you know, another challenge that people often face is understanding their values, vision, and relationship needs. How can someone begin to clarify those for themselves?
Yeah, those are really important. Thank you for bringing that up, Lotus. Yeah, we want to know, who am I? What are my values? What are the things I really care about? Like, take the time to get to know yourself. What's my vision for the future that I want for myself? Sometimes we're so busy day to day, we don't take the time to even think about it. Like, let's move beyond the mundane and create that next chapter. So you can start by imagining, what would that life be like if I'm living that life that I love, with the love of my life? Let's envision all the juicy details. Like, I know you just got back from Santorini, so then, might be, oh, I'm on a tropical beach, I'm having an amazing time, whatever it is. Let yourself dream a little bit. What would be happening? What are the things that really are important to you? So that's a place to start, at least to let yourself dream a little bit. And it's actually quite powerful to allow that envisioning on a regular basis, where you're telling yourself, this is what's next for me. I'm moving towards this. So you're not coming from a place of lack, like, oh, I wish I had it, but I don't, for me. No, you're like, this is my next chapter. I'm envisioning it. I'm bringing it alive. And of course, it can be challenging doing all that on your own. Get some support. It's a place where you really can get help and quickly get to clarity for yourself. It makes all the difference.
Yeah, and it is so empowering, isn't it, to do so? And now, in your experience, what conscious dating strategies have helped people break out of old patterns that no longer serve them?
Okay. Yeah, sometimes we will repeat the same old patterns over and over again, and we're not conscious of it. We're not aware. So the first thing is to gain that consciousness and clarify for yourself, well, what is it that I want instead? So I've been doing this, maybe picking people who are unavailable, or not wanting to commit, or not sharing goals, whatever it is. You want to get clear what's essential for you, and now you're making choices based on those things. So some of the strategies are, you're scouting, you're looking, where are they, and get other people to help you. And then sorting quickly. You're not going to waste time looking at every possibility. No, you're narrowing it down, being discerning. What are you looking for? And when the next, you want to be screening based on the right things, the things that matter for you, like that are truly important. And then when you're somebody lucky who gets to go on dates with you, well, then you're testing to see, are they showing up the way that they say they are? Are they walking their talk? So you want to choose people who share your vision. If you want marriage and family, they need to want that. If you want to retire and travel, they need to want that too. So pick people who are aligned and focus on the things that matter, like integrity and honesty, not tall, dark, and handsome. Yes, of course you want attraction, but the four things are more important, and once again, get support, come and join us. We're going to dig into all this in the upcoming Conscious Dating Group programs, the Path to Lasting Love. That's a great place to really
well, that is incredibly helpful, and I now sort of like, it's wonderful to have this talk with you. Funnily, I am offering a Heart Mindful dating event, sometime in the next few weeks. So let's talk about designing a conscious or mindful dating plan, right? An online profile. what are the key components of an effective dating plan and profile?
Yes. So you want to know yourself, believe you can have the love that you want. So you're showing up with confidence and you're clear about what you're looking for. So those things have to come first. So you're confident, you're clear, you know what you want. And then ideally you're working with somebody to design that plan that will work for you. So if you're online, and you might as well take advantage of the online opportunities, there's so many. So show up being your best radiant self. You want great photos. You want to look your best. You want to have clear text that shows, here's who I am, and here's who I'm looking for. So clear, focused, and always open to connection and to receiving love. So there's a lot of pieces to this, but it's believing that this is possible and not giving up. This is what I see a lot. People go on a few dates, they say, oh, it doesn't work. No. You don't give up. You have to stick it out, be determined, be discerning. You're going to be out there meeting people. Don't waste your time back and forth with the texting before you meet. Just a little bit of that, and then meet in person. And then you know a lot more. You're asking yourself, is there enough here? Do I want to see this person again? Could they possibly be a match for me? And if not, you move on. But don't give up on your journey, and get support, because I know it can be quite challenging. People get discouraged, disappointed, and stay focused. So the key elements are you're clear about what you're looking for, absolutely believe this is going to happen for you, and you're continuing to take the steps to get out there, both online and offline. So in the real world, be out there doing things, meeting people, let your friends know, let your family know, go to events, be open and willing to connect, and be discerning about who you connect with, and get support.
Dr. Wendy, thank you so much for joining us and sharing such valuable insights into the world of conscious dating. I know our listeners will find this conversation incredibly enlightening. So if today's episode resonated with you, don't forget to download the EFN app to join our community. So by connecting with EFN, you gain access to exclusive content like Dr. Wendy's workshop through Deep Connection, as well as many other ways to grow and flourish your relationships, finance, wellness, and more. So thank you for joining me on Freedom to Flourish. Until next time, remember to stay mindful, stay connected, and keep following your path to fulfillment.